Hello truckers, welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We're in Eugene, Oregon at a Volvo dealership because I need a place to sleep for the night, and what a perfect place to sleep, but at a Volvo dealership with a Volvo truck. At the end of the last episode, yes, we bought ourselves a truck and hired ourselves another driver, so now we got 6 trucks other than ourselves on the road, earning us some cash. Now, I did say I was going to activate Pro Mods for this episode, and I lied, because in doing so, that's going to be a major map change as the game sees it, so all the drivers and the loads will be canceled, and all drivers will be heading back to their main garage. And with 1.4 in open beta, I'm thinking that's going to get released kind of soon, and maybe even by the time this episode goes out. And when that happens, that may occur anyway, so we'll activate Pro Mods when that happens next. So going to Canada today, probably not an option. Well, first thing what we need to do is jump back over to the truck. There we are. Hello, how we all doing? Let's go ahead and set. Am I hitting the right buttons here? No, I'm not. That's why it didn't work. And go to 8 o'clock at night. Let's go ahead and turn that back off. I am now tired. Let's go ahead and turn that off. It is time to sleep. They didn't want to make any money for me between 3:30 in the afternoon until 8 o'clock at night. Apparently not. We're still sitting at $4,895. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night so we can wake up at 6 a.m. and then we'll go ahead and find ourselves a load to take today. Where to? Who the heck knows? So we got a couple grand. I can't see what driver that was, but they brought in. But they did level up. That's always good to know. But we brought in about $2,000 overnight. There's some income of $1,230. So I'm guessing the other driver brought in like about $800 or so. Unless we got another delivery that was made. Can we see? Anything? Bueller? No. All right. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's go ahead and see what we got on the job market here. We're going to go look for some open freight. We are in, like I said, Eugene. What do we got? We got a triple trailer. And I'm not looking for a triple or a double. I want some place where we go when we back up. We will get there nicely. Price per distance. So what kind of a delivery is that? That's an 11-hour trip. That's just about perfect for us, right? 11 hours. That's our drive time. And it goes right down through California, down to Stockton, California. It's in Eugene from Tesla. Tires, 40,000 pounds of tires. I say we go ahead and take that one. 11 hours, that's our drive time. Hopefully, we might get there a little quicker than that, I think, but who knows? Park and brake, yeah, get that all set, and I think we're all set to rock and roll. Let's get the heck out of this Volvo dealership before they open up today and want to know if my truck is for sale, which it is not. But it might be here not too long from now. Because like I said, once we get to level 15, we'll start looking at maybe trading in this truck. I got 43 miles to go to get to my delivery? Or my pickup point? Well, that's going to kill some of our time, won't it? Well, hopefully it's not too long of a haul. Are you stopping at a red light? Yes, you are. Was not expecting a 43-minute or 43-mile drive to get where we need to go. That looks like kind of like my trailer right there, a Tesla trailer. That looks like what we need. I do have a full fuel tank, so we're good to go on that set. So yeah, we got 6 drivers currently on the road now. I have no more open bays, so if I want to expand the fleet, we're going to have to buy or upgrade a garage somewhere, sometime. But like I said, the next step will be to get some cash in our bank account so I can go ahead and trade this truck in for a different kind of brand truck. Other than a Volvo, like I said many times before. And get ourselves a truck that has a little bit more horsepower to it, maybe a little better chassis. It's always good, so we can take, it looks like 50,000 pounds is kind of what this truck is made for. Looks like it says I'm going to Medford. So around we go. So I don't know. I'm guessing I'm going to need about 25 grand in the bank account. I would assume something like that. Maybe even a little bit more. meaning I think I got to reset my track IR here. That might help. That's why I'm looking kind of funny. There we go. Yeah, so I think we paid like $125 for this truck. Speed limit's only 55 on this interstate, so I better slow down. So about $125 for this truck. I'm guessing by level 15, 16-ish, we'll probably be able to buy a truck that's worth about $150, $175. I think it's something we'll have to look into. But not until we hit level 15, then we'll find a dealership, pull in, and see what one goes for. If I got the cash, but I need like about 25 grand, so maybe it may have to wait a while. It may not be this episode, that's for darn sure. I didn't even see how much we're getting paid to make this delivery that we're doing, but it just said 11 hours. I said that seems about perfect. But I'm going to spend my first hour of the day driving to get this trailer. So hopefully our drivers do rather well, bring in the cash today. The good news is we got $6 grand in the bank account. Our loan payment's $3,000, so we got enough to cover that. Got enough to cover that. That's all that matters. And eventually, you know, our last driver that we hired, she'll level up. I think, was it a she or was it a he? I thought it was a she, but it could be. I don't remember. Whoever that driver was. Yeah, they'll level up slowly but surely and start bringing the cash like everyone else. And before you know it, yeah, we'll have 6 drivers bringing in loads worth a couple grand. Alright, so it didn't take us that long in real time to get here. A yield sign, so I'm going to put on my direction light just to be sure. No one coming there. And then going in here. And then, where am I picking this load up? There's so many... Oh, Tesla, there it is, right in front of me. On the left-hand side. Let's go grab these tires. Hopefully they're still here. I would assume they are. Put on the parking brake. Don't turn off the truck. We're just here to say, yes, sign some paperwork. Give me that trailer. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Take job. And my trailer apparently is out back. Parking brake. There we go. Just drive around like you know no one's going to come around that corner. Why is it like in a reefer trailer? Kind of interesting. I didn't give myself enough room. But then again, there isn't much room before the cement wall in front of me. And if I go at an angle, this might be right about here. There it is. I knew it was there. Okay, I think we're hooked up. Parking brake back off. So it was what, 50,000 pounds in this one? 40,000. Alright. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Like I do when you haven't played a game for about a week. And usually when I record these 2 episodes now, I do them almost back to back and then I don't play for a week. So it takes a second to get accustomed to everything because of all the games I play. You think, oh yeah, well, I know where the buttons are. Then you start hitting the wrong button for the wrong game and it creates a mess. Where are we going here? We're going out this way. So before we go, let's go ahead and put the parking brake on again. And we're just going to go ahead and check the map quickly. Anything here? That's right. I remember saying now Eugene was kind of broken down in 2 different parts. But the good news is I did travel south to come down to get the load. Looks like I-5 kind of likes to do a little bit of a squirrely down through here. So when we get all the way down here, the question is there anything that we might want to unlock? And I'm going to say that looks like a Western Star dealership. It's kind of weird that I haven't discovered it yet, but it kind of shows what it is. Well, all right, we're right next to it. We'll be able to unlock it, and maybe we'll dive in there and see roughly what a truck is going to cost that we can afford. Just no. You came out of nowhere. You could have gave a trucker a little bit of a nod, like to go ahead. Like, he could have been in my mirror. The problem is that side mirror does take up quite a bit of room. Good news is, no accident. No accident. Want to make sure that guy came out and turned, because you never know. So it looks like we're going to be taking the I-5 all the way down through. So it does say 11 hours, and the problem is I've already driven an hour. Nope, don't give me a ticket for going through the red light, because I'm kind of in the crosswalk. Yep. We're all good. We're fine. Just get me on the interstate so I can start chugging off some of these miles. It's going to be hard to pick up any time because I do believe the I-5 down through California is like a 55 mile an hour zone. So I may... Really, that cop is going to turn left on red? Well, of course he can. You're going to turn left on red here too? Give him a little kiss. I wonder if that'll get his attention. So like I said, we'll swing into Western Star when we get down there just to have a peek of roughly what a cost of a truck is going to be at level 15. Actually, let me go ahead. No, I'm in 9th gear. That's why I wanted to downshift. Before I did, I'm like, yeah, you're already in 9th gear. And away we go. Oh, you want to shift there? Why won't you shift? Thank you. Yeah, maybe that clutch is wearing out, or I'm just not pressing the clutch hard enough on my pedals for it to engage. So now that we have all of our bays are full at all of our garages, I don't know how long it's going to be before we can afford a truck. So before I even buy a garage, I was like, am I turning here? I might as well save up the money to buy the garage and at least a truck at one time, or upgrade a garage. Have to look back into that again just to be sure, but upgrading a garage was kind of expensive compared to what buying a garage would be. What's with all the traffic down here? What's with all the traffic? Double checking everything. So like I said, at one point I did want to go down the I-5 and we never did. And now here we are episodes later and we're finally doing it. Alright, so it looks like up here in Oregon we can at least do 60. So I'm going to try to sneak out like about 64 miles an hour. Like I said, usually in ATS the cops will give you 10% grace period of what the speed limit is. So at 60 miles an hour, in theory, I can do about 66 before they give me a speeding ticket. So I'm going to bump it up to 64 because I want to pick up a little bit of time today. Because we know it's an 11-hour trip, and I wasted my first hour of our 11-hour clock driving to southern Eugene to get the trailer. So trying to get our ETA down to about 5 o'clock because that's when we should be quitting for the day. And hopefully we don't get many way stations saying, hey, come on in here. Now, anyone from around Oregon, or if anyone even knows, is why is I-5 through southern Oregon kind of snaky? Now, I know it's not probably this snaky in real life. But, yeah, it's a little side to side here. Oh, speed limit is now 65 down through here. Alright, so I'm going to push this puppy up a little bit to just shy of 70. Oh, do I want to do 70? I think I can get by with 70. I mean, 70 will help us pick up some time. And now the speed limit is back down to 60. Alright, so that was like a little bit of a tease, I guess. Or I just imagined that the speed limit went up to 65. I have no idea. Alright, we'll keep it at 63 now. As long as we slowly eat into that ETA and get there around 5 o'clock, and like I said, we'll drive to Western Star. Actually, I don't even have to drive there, but you know what? Since it's right next to our delivery that we have. We'll just drive the Western Star. We can park there tonight and sleep anyways. Like I said, definitely not going to have the cash to go ahead and buy an upgrade to Western Star and trade in our Volvo truck. Unless Western Star trucks are that much cheaper. I highly doubt it. Oh, so speed limit is 55. Maybe I misread that before. Yeah, 55. I better slow down because that's a ticket waiting to happen. I saw that. Nope, that car's gonna let me in, I think. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Just ignore me. Every time I get in the left lane to pass, that's when I come up on a way station. Way stations will get you. And since I really haven't been through here before, I was wondering if I was going to go past that. And the good news is I don't have 15 miles an hour exiting this way station. Although we do have lots and lots of traffic. I think I can sneak out in front of this SUV. When I mean sneak out, I mean force my way out. Now I'm trying to remember, because like I said, it's been about a week since I recorded my last episode. But I think a lot of our drivers had deliveries that were long hauls and they were not ready to be completed today, that's for darn sure. So I'm not expecting any drivers to bring in any cash today whatsoever. Speaking of, I didn't really look to see, what am I getting paid for this one? Well, we'll say $1,799. $1,799, going once, going twice, sold, I took it. So, yeah. That doesn't even cover our loan payment for the day. But you know what? It's income, we're fine. As of price per distance, this was like the third or fourth best load that was leaving Eugene today. At least when I accepted the load, it was like the third or fourth down the list. So, yeah, I have my loads as price per distance, so what you get paid per mile. So sometimes like the top load could be the best paying per mile, but it could be just like right in town. So you're not, yeah, overall you're getting paid pretty good per mile, but if you're only going 5 miles, you're not getting paid overall that much, and it's not worth your time to take a 5-mile trip because you're spending a lot of time just picking up the trailer and just going 5 miles and dropping it off, and yeah, it's just maybe not worth it. Am I going to be doing the same speed as what you're doing? That's going to be kind of annoying to everyone that's behind us. Ah, the traffic this morning. Alright, I'll tell you what, because there's no one behind you, I'm going to tap the brakes and get back in this lane here. And hopefully... the car may have wanted to go faster, but AI traffic and ATS, and same as Euro Truck Simulator, obviously it's the same. They're not going to get too close to the car in front of them, so they may want to drive faster, but they can't because I was blocking his advancements if he wanted to pass the car. And I don't think he did because now now we're catching up to some trucks in front of us. And now we all had us, I mean, that was slowing down quite a bit. We're down to 35 miles an hour. That does not help me pick up any time on my ETA. Now it's going to take me forever to get my speed back up. That's it. There's just sometimes in ATS where the traffic is as annoying as, yeah, you know what I want to say, but I won't. Same thing in real life, right? And now we're going downhill, so everyone's going to pick up speed, and now I'm going to have to go way over the speed limit just to pass them. And today's the day. I'm taking the chance. We're doing 71 and a 60. I just don't want to be stuck. They're going almost the exact. They're just going the exact same speed, just a little bit slower. So, yep. And of course now they're getting off the interstate. Of course they are. Alright, put the cruise control back on, and we'll be cruising at 63 and a 60. Alright, I think I'm all set. No one in front of me. Let's cruise. Let's cruise. So the money will slowly come back in. Not too worried about it. I mean, it's hard to really lose cash. I mean, the only way it could really hurt me right now, as if ATS were to introduce 1.4 and all the drivers went back to their main garage without a delivery, and they, of course, you'd have to pay repair and fuel cost. And with 6 drivers on the road, sometimes that can be very expensive, because we know one of our drivers was in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if he was going back to Alamosa, or gosh darn it, I can't remember the name of our garage in Phoenix, not the south of Phoenix. I always want to say Santa Fe, and I know it's not Santa Fe. Oh man, it's gonna kill me again until we check the stats at the end of the episode. Why can't Tucson? There we go. Tucson, Arizona. It would come back to me at some point. I started picturing Arizona in the cities near there. So it's Tucson. So yeah, if he's based out of Tucson, he's in Raleigh, North Carolina. He's going to drive all the way back to Tucson to pick up a load. Now, it's the same. Say there's not even a game update, and he's in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he needs to take a load out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and there isn't one. The game is not smart enough for the driver just to say drive to the next town and find a load there. They'll drive all the way back to wherever their garage is and try to find the load there. So that kind of sucks in that fashion. That's why it's kind of key when you're first hiring drivers to get drivers at least have one point in long distance, so they can kind of cover bigger areas and then start getting a point into everything if you can. That way it's hard for them to not have a load. Just got to keep my eye, make sure the speed is still 60, because since I'm speeding, my minimal advisory screen is always telling me that I'm speeding. So if the speed limit dropped down to around 50, I'm not going to know it, because that's always bright red now anyways, isn't it? Good news is we're slowly ticking down the ETA. I think when we started, we're expected to get there at 6:15. Now it's 6:15. Now the question for you truckers out there, now I know there's maybe a handful of you that are actually truckers, at least say you are anyways. Does driving to pick up your trailer, is that considered, is that part of your clock? And I do have a green light here, so I don't have to stop at this way station. My guess is when we get to California A, they'll probably pull me in for a good way. So yeah, like I did this morning when I left the Volvo dealership and I drove the 1 hour to get my trailer. I assume that's driving on the clock, because technically you're on the job. I know there's probably a fine line to driving on the job or driving for, should I say, joy? Can this car do something? I don't have the room to get over. I'm just stuck out here, life in the fast lane. Alright, so I think we just entered, I think that was a sign that said welcome to California, so I'm guessing probably the next way station they'll pull me on in. Yeah, this car is just speed limit's down to 55. Definitely in California, so I better slow on down. Alright, 59 is roughly where I need to be. Get going, Duke, so I'm going to get right on your back bumper now, and maybe you'll get going. There's our loan payment, so I know it's 11:45. Yep, 11:45. Which makes my bank account look a little bit weaker, but it's all good. Eventually, like I said, our drivers will start bringing in, finishing off their loads, and the money will come in. I'm just trying to figure, if no one completes a load by tomorrow, let's see, well, we got, no, what am I saying? We already just paid the loan, so I got enough to pay tomorrow's loan already anyways. I'm all set. And by the time the day after that comes, I would assume my drivers would have brought in some cash. Now, the one driver we hired last episode, I mean, they should be completing a delivery if they didn't do so last night, because they only got 1 point in the long distance, so they can't make long journeys as of yet. So now we're in Northern California, and we haven't been down the I-5 yet. Oh, before I forget, so yeah, as I'm recording this, and today is the 12th of March, so basically the episode I've been talking about when I say last episode, that just went live for me about 7 hours ago, 7-8 hours ago, so I'm recording this the same day as that episode previously. SCS announced, we all know Wyoming is the next state for ATS, but they have now announced Texas will be after that. So Wyoming, then Texas. They even put out some pictures on out there of what they've been doing for Texas. So, Wyoming, then Texas. Texas is gonna that had to been, or has to be, a project and a half to deal with. I'm sure someone out there can kind of figure out, but before ATS came along and they were doing, and they were just pretty much doing ETS too, when they were doing countries over there, that was a big thing. It's like, oh my God, they released France, they released whatever. We thought that was huge, and then you come over here and you're like, oh, they're just releasing a state. Texas is like the size of like a couple of countries over there, so that's, it's a pretty big thing to tackle, but thanks to ATS and ETS2 and the sales that they've had, they've been able to hire more developers. Nope, got a car over there, don't go over there. So they've been able to introduce states a little bit faster. And even redoing some things. So it's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've been down the I-5 in ATS. And really, I pretty much just remembered the way it was when it first came out 5 years ago. So is this what's going to be? I'm just going to get stuck over here in the fast lane. So I really haven't been down the I-5 in a while, or at least that I can remember. So it's going to be a different look for me as I go on down through. It looks like this trip is going to be to where the traffic and myself, I want to go a particular speed and everyone else is going just like about a mile an hour slower than I am. So I'm constantly just like catching up to them, and I'm just taking forever to pass these cars. And right now it's working out well because it looks like we got a trucker up here that's just going probably like about maybe 3 miles an hour slower. That's because he's getting off here. He might be headed to Reno. Reno is that way. There we go, we'll get back over to here. I forgot where I'm going. Where am I going? Stockton. I'm actually going to Western Star. Okay. I did not know that. That's why I said we'll go to Western Star after I complete the delivery. The delivery is at Western Star. Hitting all the wrong buttons, and there we go. And ETA is looking better and better. So we'll go ahead and complete this delivery in 1 day. So yes, we are getting some time. So usually by this time here in early to mid-afternoon, that's pretty much when our drivers are pulling over and getting in the back of, I would say they're sleepers, but we don't buy them sleepers, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. But yeah, they're done for the day. They pretty much drive at night for the most part. Now I'm trying to remember, I know last episode we were just barely over level 13 in that long trip. We finished a long trip from Dallas up to Seattle. and we got, what was it, like halfway up level 14. And then we took a small trip from Seattle down to Eugene with a double trailer. I say a short trip, it was like, what, a 6-hour trip maybe, something like that. So, yeah, could we reach level 15 today? That is the thing. But I definitely do not see us. I know when I said when we hit level 15, if we've already bought in our last truck. Oh, I mean our last truck, to where we don't have any bays open, which we don't now. The next step would be trading in this truck for whatever. But like I said, I don't think doing it today would be a wise thing, because after I make this delivery, we're looking at, you know, I'll be just over 5,000. I will say like what, 5,500. Yeah, I'm not going to have any cash to trade this in and buy another truck and a better truck at that. So a couple more episodes, maybe we'll get there. We'll have to see how our drivers are doing. I'm sure they're doing just fine. Oh, and I keep forgetting to look at that last weigh station. I'm pretty sure it said, yeah, your weight is fine, but your truck could use a little maintenance. Yeah, I'm trying to get by on doing maintenance on this, even though in ATS we have insurance, so maintenance on our truck is not that expensive. But the last time we looked, I think it was all tire wear, except for I had like 1% wear on the engine. And I had like maybe 14, 17% on tires. And man, if they want me to change tires, well, I've only, you know, gone through 1/5 of the tread. That's ridiculous. I think I can go up to like 35 to 40%. The plane's flying awfully low. Hopefully it's doing some crop dusting on some grapes or something at a vineyard. But we're just going to keep on going until I get a fine. Hopefully the fine isn't too much, whatever it may be. I may come to regret it. If you have driven far enough on your vehicle, on your truck, and got enough wear on it, and you pull into a weigh station, how much of a fine did you pay? Now, it may vary. I don't remember now because it's been a while. It's actually been, what, 2.5 months now since we started this series. So I don't know if Realistic Economy reduces a fine amount on that kind of stuff. I like how the speed limit is 55 and a cop comes up beside you. I mean, I'm doing 4 miles over the speed limit. He passed me like, yeah, get out of my way, dude. You gotta obey the laws too. ETA, how are we doing? Oh, look at that, right at 5 o'clock, perfect. And I'm sure as we go along, we'll chew into that a little bit more. Oh wow, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh wow, so we're almost there. All right. Not quite the way I remember it going down the I-5 in California previously. Is that the same red car from way back in Oregon that I finally let go in the slow lane, and I got behind him and said, yeah, no, keep going because I'm gonna ride your bumper? Is that the same actual car, or is it just a coincidence that there's another one there? And I now noticed it, it's still there. Might be a different one. Yeah, I'm really not remembering the I-5 through California like this the last time I drove down through it. It seems more vacant, more open. I am on the I-5, right? I do believe so. Yep, GPS is showing me an I-5 symbol. Yep, we are still in the I-5. I think this is going to go down to 2 lanes here pretty soon as well, won't it? Unless they've done that over. Oh, yep, I said that at the right time. Bus, sorry, I want to pinch you off there. I'm going to sneak over. Yep, I got room there. That truck's let me in. At every flipping time, man. I shouldn't say anything because I was actually shocked I'd gone this far before California said, hey, you want to pull on in here? We haven't inspected you yet. Alright, so this time I'll try to pay attention to what it says when it pops up after I hit inspect me. Your vehicle is not perfect, but yeah. Be more careful. Alright, so it is 15 miles an hour out of here. Come on, there we go. Someone going to let me in? I'll ride down the breakdown lane until someone does. That white pickup truck said, I don't want to mess with that guy. And he's correct. I'm trying to remember if I go through Sacramento or not on the I-5. I want to say I do. And I should know that by now because in my early days, my first profile, I know I talked about this before, but maybe some of you don't remember or didn't catch that episode, but yeah, when ATS came out, it was just Nevada and California, and I thought it'd be great. Where would you want to start? Well, Vegas, of course, and after driving around Vegas after a while, where all those streets inside Vegas are like 25, 30, I was like, time to move my home base garage to somewhere else. And I had a garage in Sacramento, and I moved my truck up to Sacramento. Uh-oh. Alright, hang on a second here. I think I could probably sneak past that, but hang on, I gotta get the map out now. Can I... If I click on that, what does that do? Alright, we can do that. I mean, it doesn't put me that far out of the way. Trip time is now 2 hours. I don't know how much time that added. Or no, let's do that because it's probably just better to do that. Yeah, that just saved me like a half hour on the trip time. And plus that's good because if we go across here, before I was coming down through here, now it looks like I'm going past a recruitment center, so that's going to help us out a little bit. All right. Well, yeah, you're not going fast enough for sure. Let's get the right gear here. Alright, so ETA now, yeah, we lost about a half hour by going this way, but that's what happens sometimes. That's what happens sometimes. It's okay, we'll extend our hour meter for the day a little bit. Alright, now I've got to reset myself here. One thing I did do, for some reason, I know I slammed on my brakes and probably stopped traffic on the I-5 for a while, but yeah, there's no traffic around me right now. Ah, there is one over in that lane. I'm not getting off here. Nope, going around. Stockton? Wait, where am I going? Yeah, Stockton. Stockton. Gotta remember that, Stockton. Give the cop a little bit of room. Technically, I should be all the way over in the other lane, but I'm not swerving at 60 miles an hour with this 40,000 pound load that I got. Speed limit is 55. Okay, just making sure of that. So it's going to be hard to make up any time now because, well, it's only an hour from our destination, so to chew in any time whatsoever, it's going to be kind of hard to. But we're almost there. You can see in the minimal advisory screen at the bottom of my truck is getting a little bit more red from the bottom on up, which means the wear. Looks like we're probably like about, what, 22% of the truck is in the red now. So, as we know, it's mostly tire wear, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I think when it gets around 35%, if it's as long as it's all tires, I'm fine with it. Unless I start getting fines, and I'll be like, you know what? Now I'm not fine with the fine. Oh, this, I'm going to be on the hill. Come on, traffic, just keep on going. Oh, great, 40,000 pounds. Come on, traffic, don't make me come to a complete stop, because that's when I'm at my worst. On a hill. The clutch is not liking me a lot. I'll tell you that. There we go. Once I'm up here, I'm fine. Yeah, we're kind of pushing. Oops, sorry, bus, didn't quite see you there, so give me a second. Yeah, if you gave me plenty of room, thank you very much, sir, ma'am, whoever the bus driver was. I think I said at the beginning of the episode, I think 50,000 pounds is putting this truck near its limit. Well, on a hill at a dead stop like that, that puts me at my limits. Let me say it that way. Maybe it's not the truck, maybe it's me. Speed limit's actually 55 on this road, huh? Alright. But we're just about there. 16 miles out, 24 minutes it says. We're right at the Western Star. So in order to, when we do actually trade this truck in, I actually have to be at the dealership. I cannot buy online because buying online is buying online. They'll deliver it to whatever garage you want. But I do believe when you're trading it in, you got to be at the dealership to trade it in. Not that we're doing that today, but we are going to have a quick look. We're going to throw a truck together to see how much one costs. And I'm going to see how much they offer for this truck so we can get an idea of what it actually is going to take for us to trade in this truck here. I thought that was a cop car, that white car that went the other way, and I was like, I'm doing 55 and we're entering a city. I'm pretty sure the speed limit is not 55 in the city. You know what, I'm pretty sure 9th gear would be good. Yep. Recruitment center, how you doing? More recruitment centers, the better. Not that I want to go out of my way to do so. Oh, cement truck. Come on, really? I mean, I get it, but why me? And then the truck pulls out in front of him. All right, Western Star. We're coming for you. I see the sign. I saw the sign. Where are we going with this? Anyone know? I say out back. Is it this way? So is a whole bunch of new tires for new trucks? Well, I could Take that load out of here, but we're not going anywhere tonight, so. Alright. Reverse it on in. And I almost pulled up perfectly. There we go. Park and brake. We'll leave the engine on because decouple. Of course, it's an excellent journey. Show results now. All right, so yeah, I was further down than I thought we are, but you know we're getting up to level 15. Let's go ahead and continue and drive. And we'll drive up front. That's the only way I'm going to know how much they would offer for this truck. Not that. Actually, I think it's this symbol right here. Yeah, visit the truck dealer. Let's go ahead and turn the engine off. All right. Let's go ahead and customize, because that'd be the easiest thing to do. So far, wait, I can't even buy. Wait, I probably have to switch chassis, right? So it's only a 200-gallon tank, so I'll be going from a 220 down to a 200-gallon tank. And I still only have the day cab. But I have unlocked a 565 Cummins engine. Alright. And do you have my transmission? 10 speeds, ratio, no retarder though? Oh, no, right here. There we go. And all the other stuff, I don't want to get too fancy smanchy with everything. I just want to see roughly what it costs. But it's going to be hard to tell because there's no day, there's no day cab. It's a day cab. All right, so, I mean, we're looking at 130, we're looking at 140,000. And if I were to, why won't it say, let me trade in? Yes, yes, yes. What's my other option here? No, the available from level 16. All right, so not level 16. So why is there no trade-in value? Yeah, I'm a little confused on that. Oh, trade-in value is 94,000. All right, so I can't. Maybe it won't let me trade in because I don't have. Like I said, you will pay 25,000, and we don't have 25,000. My truck value is right now is at 94,000. All right, so at least kind of shows me, and it's hard to say, but we're looking at about 140 for the truck I was kind of going for, but that was a day cab, not a night. There's no sleeper on it, so. Let's just say it's going to add about another 15,000 to that at least. So I'm going to need about 60 grand to trade my truck in. Yeah. Let's go ahead and exit out of here for now. It's getting a little steep. And we are ways away from 60,000. This should be a sleep area over here, if I'm not mistaken, right? There we go. I'll back in the way I should. Alright. Park and brake engine. Nope, I almost hit the sleep button. Don't want to do that. Let's go ahead in here and just see what the driver manager says. She is our recent driver, so now she's got 2 points in the long distance, which is good. I think she just had 1 before. Once she gets 4 points in that, yeah, we'll go ahead and make sure she's all good. You should be on balance. Everyone else, no, you haven't gotten another point there yet. You're on balance. We know they all are as well. They're all sleeping, although she is on the road. She's going from Tucson to Santa Maria. And she finishes in 7 hours, finishes in 5 hours, 15, 20, 9. So basically by the end of tomorrow, drivers 3 through 7, all 5 of them should be finish their deliveries, and we'll have a whole bunch of cash coming in. But it does show us that we just looked at that Western Star. That was like 140 grand for what we could get right now. And obviously, without not being a sleeper cab, which we're going to get, yeah, we're going to be looking at like 155, 160. And my truck value right now is like 95, but it's not repaired either. So I wonder if I repair, if I'll get more money for it. But what that does tell me is I need I was looking at 25 grand. I probably need more like 50 or 60 grand before I can afford trading this in. So that might be a while before we get there. Who knows? We shall see. We shall see. But last night we spent the night in a Volvo dealership. Tonight we are at a Western Star. Let's go ahead and fly over to here. And let's try to get a better angle of ourselves in the distance. Let's get rid of all that there. There we go. Start with a Volvo sign. Got yourself a Western Star sign to end the day. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. But until then, wait, my horn. Oh, my horn. I'm too far away. Have a good one.